Hey everybody, John here. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update and clear the air on a few issues that have rumored to be going around that are untrue. And I think part of it is because of the way I expressed myself when I first released this information. Um, Releasing information like, being sexually abused as a child, when you release that information, it really does something to you. Um, my boyfriend has noticed a drastic difference. He thinks I'm getting depressed. I have a constant headache, migraine that I've never had before in my life. Um, my anxiety's through the roof, and he's worried about me. And um, it's just the stress of it. You take so long for 22 years to come out and say, okay, this happened to me, um, and you want people to be supportive, and you know that there's going to be some backlash to it. Of course, there is. Um, but I can honestly say that out of the backlash, there's been about 5% backlash and 95% support. Um, Having said that, I want to reach out to NESBA and apologize to you guys. My email to you in the beginning and getting you guys involved, it really had nothing to do with NESBA whatsoever. It really only had to do with the fact that those two men were affiliated with NESBA. I'm still not 100% sure what Michael Bonanno's affiliation is, but your lawyer said that he was affiliated with the NESBA. I only know that Jim Vitigliano judged NESBA finals in March, and that's why I reached out to you guys, because you guys were the ones who he is working with. I'm also going to be reaching out to other places that they work as judges, as well as their personal life. Um, it was never to put anybody in an uncomfortable position. I know there's people at NESBA. I know there's people who are up and coming judges now, and they're like freaked out to even talk to me, even just have a conversation, because they think that they don't want to get involved. And I understand it. I totally get it. And I respect everybody's opinions and decisions. And I understand if they may not understand it because they didn't go through it themselves. But I just wanted to clear the air with that. I have no ill feelings towards NESBA. And the stuff that I've been hearing, funny that, not only did I want these two men to be away from NESBA, but now it seems like even when this is all said and done with, sorry, I'm moving my chair up a little. Even when this is all said and done, even when people ask me to teach, I don't even know if NESBA would allow me to, be an instructor up here. My 10 years in Florida, I instructed everybody. I marched along everybody. I was a leader. I was a champion. I was somebody who went with the underdog and helped them work until they were better than every person next to them. I received a beautiful email today from a girl who marched Fahrenheit with me in 2011, and I had not known at the time that there were people bullying her, and that's why she had quit the program. Now, having said that, this is a girl who the staff said there's going to be a double turnaround in the entire show. She goes home, she sends me videos hour after hour of her in her gym at University of Central Florida practicing the double turnaround, whack, double turnaround, whack, double turnaround, whack. What am I doing wrong, John? It's like, nothing. you went home, you practiced it, and you're nailing it. Like, if anything, I'd say, like, don't dip your shoulder too much, little things like that, because I was her section leader. But she said, you know, he took the time out of all those people. We had 13 rifles to go over those types of things with each individual person. And those are the days I miss. I miss those days of teaching. My days of marching are over. And I would love to just get out there for one more season and just do it to have fun, not to win, not to get a medal, not to make finals, just to do it because it's always been an activity of unity and family and, you know, growing relationships and all these types of things. What these two gentlemen have done up here in Massachusetts has ruined my reputation, and now I'm realizing more and more that they've ruined my reputation up here in Massachusetts forever. Forever. I don't know what's true or not. I was told that that people should stand clear of me when it comes to judging and this and that, and I'm not going around emailing all the judges and being like, hey, tell me what's going on. I spoke with one judge, I won't say his name, and I asked him a question just about judging sheets, if they're the same here in Massachusetts. He's like, I can't answer any questions, I have to follow the rules. And I said, I totally respect it, and I didn't ask another question about it. I respect the person very well, very awesome guy. So yeah, I mean, NESBA, it's not you. I mean, from here forward, the DA and I will be discussing it. I have an article coming out in the Boston Globe. There's a documentary being made, and I quite possibly will be in that. That will be started with the George Hopkins scandal and then brought throughout the activity. And I really think it's important that people don't sit there and think, oh, let's sweep things under the rug. Your attorney told me if I had any questions, reach out to him. And I know that when the DA steps in, I should go to the DA for the questions, but the DA can't answer questions that I have. Your attorney told me if you have any questions about this or that, contact me. I am reached out to him about the investigation, who he's talking to, what measures he's taken, and he hasn't contacted me once. And that's a little disheartening because you think something like this, the board would be on like that. And I know you guys had a phone call and everybody got an email and it was an emergency thing. It's not NESBA's fault that any of this happened. NESBA, I never even marched in NESBA. I was in Eastern Mass. So, and I think it's incredible that, Eastern Mass sadly shrunk down to what it was, and they joined NESBA, and it's what every other circuit in the country is doing, high school and independent in one show. And it makes it bigger, it makes it better for high schools to raise money at home shows, it makes, it gives people more opportunity to perform, more people jobs to teach, things like that. So, I feel bad. Richie Regolini, I respect you a great deal, and I had no clue that the situation was going to land on your lap, and that it did bother me because I had no idea. I didn't know until I sent that email. When I went to the website, it was just clicking all the emails and sending them out. When I saw you were president, I was like, oh no, this is going to land on his lap. And you don't deserve that, and I feel terrible about that. And I have all the respect for you. And I just want you to know, no hard feelings. NESBA, no hard feelings. I'm thankful you guys did jump into action right away. I'm thankful that the district attorney is involved in this. And I have to say that since I came forward. We've gotten in touch with people that we have not talked to in 15, 18 years. And some of the stuff that's just coming out of their, out of their mouths and letters that they've written to me and to the district attorney and everything else, it blows my mind because I didn't even know they were going on. Things about, drug-fueled parties and liquor and drugs to underage kids. And even in the letters, people are like, well, John didn't know about these things because John didn't do drugs and John didn't hang out with that crowd. It's just shocking that that these men have been able to do this for this long and manipulate people and lie to people and do all these types of things. And I just want children to be safe. That's my goal. My goal isn't to hurt NESBA. My goal isn't to hurt Richie Regalini or anybody else who has put their time, money, effort, their whole life into NESBA. That's not my goal. My goal is to just make sure that children that are out there right now are safe and unharmed, and that the abuse that has been happening in the activity is starting to stop. I just mailed out over 50K I Stand With Snowman bracelets. I don't know if I have one in here. Yep, don't have one in here in my office, but they're all on my kitchen table. You think about it. There's school shootings, and you see the name Stoneman Douglas pop up on the screen, and my heart sank. Not only for the school, not only for the students, the color guard program, the marching band program, but one of my best friends in the world, Lily, who is a teacher there, who teaches their program. You don't think it'll happen to you. You don't think you'll ever be connected. And when I started the Stoneman Project, it was me. It was me. It was my money, my time, my effort, my everything. I put everything into it. I didn't ask anybody to buy a bracelet. I said they're free. When it came time to shipping costs were through the roof. So I asked people just send in a shipping, whatever donation you want to make for a shipping fee. It's about $7 a case to mail them out to everybody. But I wanted Stoneman Douglas to go to WGI, walk by their competitors in Scholastic World Class, and look at them and see the wristband that said, I Stand With Stoneman, MSD Strong. Because that's what this activity is about. On the floor, you want to do your best and you want to win. But off the floor, you're all the same. Everybody's the same. These students, they're all the same. They're young, they're innocent. Now, I'm talking about the high school kids here. They're young, they're innocent, and they're going through tragedies like this. I mean, Stoneman Douglas had like a month off of no rehearsal, and they went to WGI and played as well as they did. And it's incredible. But it just goes to show that, they're not going to let some scumbag with a gun win. Not going to make this video very long. I just wanted to make it really short. Again, Richie, I totally apologize. I'm glad you guys all sprung into action. I really don't want it to affect anybody. My conversations are not going to other judges or anything like that. My conversation is staying between me, attorneys, the district attorney, a couple close allies that I have from marching in Avalos at that point, and then dozens and dozens and dozens of letters of members who have marched in Avalos, who have marched drum corps where these two men have taught. Not Spartans. Not Spartans. Well, I guess Jimbo did teach Spartans, but it was an all-girl guard then, so he didn't look out there. But he did teach a couple more guards, and, it's just like you look back at this stuff and you think, oh, Now there's another boy who's in need and is living with Michael Bonanno at his house, and it's just like, God. In 1999, think about it as a parent. I'm not a parent. I'm a dog parent. Today is my dog's 12th birthday. Love of my life. Picture of him the day I got him. The cutest little baby in the entire world. And all I can really say is that some of you are parents, some of you have adopted, some of you have had children, naturally. Think about it. This was your son or daughter coming home saying that an instructor did this to you. Well, how would you react? What would you do? I mean, I know that a lot of you know what's been going on in the activity, and from a quote that I was told today, you don't have to be in the activity more than 8 minutes to know that this male instructor to male member in Winter Guard and male to female in Drum Corps and Winter Guard, you don't even have to be in the activity 8 minutes to know that this sexual abuse is going on. I thought that was pretty powerful because it's true. And I want everyone to come to peace with this, and I personally will not stop until these two men get what they deserve. 22 years of my life was ruined. 22 years. And I understand you guys are friends with these two gentlemen. Some of you may be, some of you may, I don't know. But all I can say is protecting them isn't gonna do anything, because the amount of stacks of letters that I have and evidence and things that I've spoken with the DA about already, I can just say that there's more than, oh, so-and-so did this. There's a lot more to it. And I hope that, as parents, you guys can take a step back and say, I would never let this happen to my child. And I, luckily, I got kicked out of Boggle in 99, and I was heartbroken. I built that guard that year. 20 of those members were recruited from me, and a couple months later, the guard's told that I left and quit on them. Then they're told that what I was doing constituted bad behavior, and one of the people actually wrote in their letters, I don't understand what constitute bad behavior when instructors are having sex, drugs, and alcohol weekends with boys and girls over their house every weekend, underage. So if my gossiping at 16 or saying whatever it was, I was 16, and there's still some people who live in that mindset of oh, he said this. It's like, I was 16 years old. Get over it. Sure, I said some off the cuff things, but you're not in my shoes. Those types of behaviors happened in times after the abuse, and after the abuse, I used as much comedy as I could to hide the pain. That's what I did. I wasn't on medication. I wasn't on therapy. I didn't tell anybody. It was all inside. So I tried to hide it all with humor. And, Joan Rivers said, you know what? Where would this country be after 9/11 if we didn't laugh? And I take great pride in and I just adore Joan Rivers. I think she's hysterical. A trailblazer, and she knew that in hard times, it's okay to laugh. Otherwise, you won't make it. You'll get depressed. Things will happen to you. And, you know, I have the greatest boyfriend in the world who supports everything I do. And, you know, he said, whatever it takes, John, whatever this takes, I'll be by your side no matter how long. You've worked hard at this, and you're going to come out on the other side. And these people will pay for what they did to you. And after reading letters that other people have sent him, his jaw's on the floor. He's like, I can't believe this stuff would happen. And I'm like, you don't even know the half of it. But yes, I just wanted to say to NESBA, no hard feelings to you guys whatsoever. My letter was simply because I knew that Jimbo judged NESBA finals, and I didn't really know their history of where they were, what they've been doing the last 10 years and 20 years. And so when that gun on your desk came across your desk, Richie, I felt really, really bad because I've always respected you. And I know you told me don't worry about it, but it's kind of hard to when you respect somebody and then you notice that that this ends up on their desk, you know. It's a hassle for you, and it's a headache, and I understand that, and I apologize. But I want to apologize for coming forward. I mean, do I wish it could have happened to somebody else instead of you, Richie? Sure. I know you have Spartans, and you're the president of NESBA, and yeah. God, please, take over for Trump, too. I would love it. But anyways, there's a lot more. There's a lot more that has come out since, oh my God, the last 48 hours. The last 48 hours, like, so much has gone through the roof. I found one of the students that was sexually abused by Michael Bonanno. From what I've gathered and from speaking with him, his life's been ruined. He has been homeless, in and off the streets, in and off drugs. For 10 years now, his life has just been a total disaster. And I told him, I said, you know, you can get through it. I didn't think I could get through it. I had to move away. I had to start all over. I had to go to college in Florida. I had to sit there and say, leave that behind and start fresh. He didn't have that luxury. I didn't really have that luxury either. I had to work my ass off and save up, and my parents didn't give me a dime for college and weren't there for me and never believed in me. But I feel brokenhearted for this kid. I really want to make sure that I can try to do whatever I can to help him out, whether it's clothing, food, a prepaid cell phone. I know that he's staying with somebody who we did March Avalar's with for a couple years, a member that nobody in a million years ever would have thought he would be living with that member. It was a shock to me, but I'm really glad to know that he's alive still, because rumor had it that he may have overdosed. He's okay, but he said his life has been a disaster for the past 10 years due to what Michael did to him. So and he's just one of them. So in closing, again, NESBA, I do apologize for putting this on your lap and making this, a hassle for you. Richie, I have respect for you. Lenny, Spartans, the Drum Corps, Patty Casey, love her. Ryan Berner, all you guys that are up there. Addison, I have a lot of respect for your program, and I've always had a lot of respect for you, and I hope that you guys continue to move forward this summer and have an incredible season, and I hope that the DA and I can figure this all out and have this taken care of and it not be a pain on you guys anymore. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to clear the air about that because I've been hearing rumors and I didn't want anybody in NESBA to think that, like, I'm out to get NESBA. No. I really don't even know much about NESBA. I've never been to a NESBA show. I just know that high schools have asked me to teach, and like I said, I didn't want to teach knowing I would have to go into critique with these men. So, last show I've been to is an Eastern Mass Circuit show, so in 2000. So, thanks for listening. Richie, if you could, I would love for you to reach out to me, just to have a conversation. Off the record, just to speak with you. My cell phone number is 339-999-1312, and I would love to hear from you. I know that this is a lot, and I know that you guys have to, keep everything close to your chest. But if we speak, it's not gonna be me trying to get information from you. I just want to talk. It's been many years, and maybe just me explaining my experience to you will be a little bit more understanding and help you understand where I'm coming from. And now dozens of other people are coming from. And hopefully we can mend this and not have it turn into anything NESBA against me. Because that's the last thing I wanted. I wanted to come up here and teach. And the reason I brought this forward was because of what happened with George Hopkins. Again, Richie, my phone number, 339-999-1312. Or you could email me if you want to have correspondence back and forth in email, so you have just a trail of what we speak about. But, I'm not going to grill you for questions and what's going on your end and this investigation. I just want to talk to you. You were a great instructor. You and Lenny were awesome when you guys taught me. So I just want to, it's been forever. I want to reach out. The last message I got from you before you went inactive, and I spoke to you that day, was you reaching out to me because you heard that I had an issue with my stomach, and Lenny heard about it, and you were asking if I was okay. And at that point, I was actually in the hospital having my gallbladder pulled. So it shows your character and how you care and how you reach out and you want to make sure people are okay. To me, that is nothing like these two other men. So I don't look at NESBA as these two men. I look at these two men as individuals who did terrible things, and they're gonna pay for it. One way or another, they're gonna pay for it, because we're not gonna stop until these two gentlemen hopefully end up on the sex offender registry list. But not you guys, because I love you. Love Spartans. I don't know. It's stressful. It's sad. It's sad. And I hope that you can forgive me for, putting this on your lap, and, I guess it's just painful. But anyways, I'm gonna let you go. Again, good luck this summer. I hope to hear from you. And like I said, zero hard feelings. This isn't anybody else's situation to apologize for except for those two men. And I hope that we can move forward, and if you want my help, I would love to come on and help, because I work with somebody in Florida who helps create programs where color guard children can go to people where something's happening to them and know that they can be safe. and that there's a safe place and things are in motion. It shouldn't take till 2018 for YEA to say, oh, we're putting things, we're putting, these safety measures in now. It's like Starbucks kicking out black people. It's like, oh, we're going to have an afternoon and discuss it. It's like, an afternoon and discuss it? You have like a million, they have like 4,000. If you've ever, this is honest to God truth. They have 4,000 Starbucks within like a 2-mile radius of Manhattan. So I don't know how they're going to have an afternoon, but I just think that these young kids should have somebody that they can look up to and say, who can I go to? Who can I talk to? Maybe if NESBA even created an anonymous line where people could call in and say, this is what's happening, this is what I'm seeing, this is what makes me feel uncomfortable. But sorry. I just think of the good times and it makes me sad. But yeah, I ramble on, I know, I apologize. So we'll see where this goes from here, but I am in no way tossing any of you guys under the bus. Your judges, even just having a conversation with them about the Stoneman bracelets, it's like, I can't give any information away. It's like, whoa, I'm talking about mailing out wristbands to you guys. And also something, Richie, I wanted to talk to you about is I have Addison picking up wristbands for his high school guard, and I wanted to donate to the entire Spartans Drummobile Corps the I Stand with Stoneman wristbands. So if you are, if you would accept that offer, I'd like to make that donation to you guys. And I'm meeting up with Addison tomorrow. I guess he's coming to rehearsal, and I could have those packed and ready to go. So you guys have them for your staff and your students, and he has them for his program. Yeah, I just think that this activity needs to be a little more unified, and people need to start taking a stand. And I've always had nothing but love for you, Richie, and all those people there. I don't know who teaches there anymore or judges there anymore. Kristen Amelia was always one of my favorites. I loved her. But yeah, I'm just scrambling on now because my mind is starting to get a little emotional. But I will let you go. Have a good night. Good luck with everything this summer. And I'm wishing you all, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, wishing you all, whatever drum corps you're teaching, whatever marching band camps you have this summer, I'm wishing you all the best of luck. And I hope that nothing that I've come forward with these two gentlemen affects your program in any way. You guys don't deserve it. You've done nothing wrong. So that's where I want to leave it. All right. I'll update you guys all again, and I hope you guys have a good weekend, even though it's Monday.